Sorry, 30 degrees, time to wake up. Brad, don't do that to me. Jamie?
City Council President Harold Wells not with us this morning, learning how to churn. So we'll be talking about that later on this morning, too. Hey, good morning. I'm Jamie Cooper. Thank y'all for getting up with us on a glorious-looking Wednesday morning in Athens. A little bit chilly. This is Athens in the AM. Joining me today, Seth, good morning.
Good morning.
Tom, as always, decked out like he's on the cover of GQ magazine this morning, and Seth on the cover of Muscle Man USA.
Yeah, you would put me beside him.
Show them cannons off, Tom. All right, here's what's coming up. Hey, second half hour, I'm going to be giving away a couple silver dollars this morning. Compliments of Don Simon's Jewelry, gold over there on Jordan Lane in Huntsville. Yesterday, we gave away two. Was the 11th caller to texter. But today, it will be the 11th texter. But I want to know where you're texting from. Like Merry Christmas from Moulton, not from Merry Christmas from my kitchen, okay? That's the way we're going to do it. That's the way we're going to do it today. Got a lot of things to talk about this morning. Christmas rolling in. You know, we'll be off that week of Christmas. Abby's predicted snow. That ain't going to happen. But it's going to be in the 40s and 50s next week. Next week will be our last week. So we appreciate all you folks. Then we start our 10th year here in Athens, Alabama. The 10th year. So that's what we'll be doing starting in January once we return. Then we'll be taking the day off, Seth. We'll come back to work. Then Bama plays on the 7th. I'll be taking the 8th off, where I'll be up all night watching that great beatdown of the mighty Notre Dame Catholic Irishman. That's the way that will work, hopefully. So anyway, we'll be talking about that a lot, too. Got a lot of things to talk about. We watched the movie last night. I'll tell you more about that in just a moment, too. It ain't for kids. And this elf on the shelf thing. I understand that some people's wives get upset about it if a girlfriend moves them around somebody's house. But anyway, there's an article in USA Today about that, so we'll talk more about that too. That's supposed to be taking over the world right now. I don't know that much about it, but I'll act like I do in just a moment. All right, let's get it cranking. Here's Gloria with the weather. Another cold one, ain't it?
That really didn't sound good. Someone's wife gets mad when their girlfriend gets them a... Yeah, you think? Let's talk about the weather forecast, Jamie. Hush, don't be telling everybody's secrets. Let's talk about the weather. 30 degrees, bundle up this morning, but it is going to warm up. You are going to see some sunshine as we head to Muscle Shoals today. 54 for your high, 26 for your low. Tomorrow, your high of 58, low of 30. Pretty much the same thing as today. Looks like no rain to worry about until possibly Saturday. We're still at that 60% chance of showers with 61 for your high. There it is. And I do need to get in touch with Jim and Randy to tell them how to get their silver dollar. I forgot to do that yesterday.
Move this. Say hello to Larry and Charlotte Satterfield.
They watch every day.
Thank you. Say hello. And if y'all want me to do a Merry Christmas shout out, send $5 along with whatever you want.
No.
Seth, how are you?
Wonderful. How are you?
I got to get me some of them tight-fitting shirts. Of course, mine only fit me tight right here in my stomach.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to talk about some supplements today that'll help.
Well, there you go.
Really? I don't have to exercise?
Well,
I don't have to call Jesse, line something up?
No, maybe not that good, but...
Hey, don't forget, Seth's up here every other Wednesday when his daddy's here the other one, but every Wednesday at Herbs and More, it's 10% off. Mention anything about the program. Tom, you know what today is, don't you?
What?
I sure do.
What
12,
is it?
12, 12.
Easy. 12, 12, 12 this morning. That means that's a lucky day. USA Today. The clocks are ticking. Make plans. 12, 12, 12. Today is the last repeated number date of the century. That means y'all that may live till what would be the century mark? Anyway,
I guess everybody get out and get the lottery ticket today.
The people over the world have circled the day on their calendars to walk down the aisle, go to a concert or whatever. Don't forget your anniversary. Get married on 12, 12, 12. You'll never forget it. It's supposed to be kind of a lucky day for most folks. I'm hoping it's lucky for me. But anyway, 12, 12, 12. Is it?
I'm not talking to you.
Yeah, 12, 12, 12. And USA Today's got a thing. Name the most famous quarterbacks who wore number 12.
Well,
12 is a good number.
Got
Stapler.
Stabler.
Bradshaw. Brady. John Brody. Bob Creasy. Jim Kelly. They got Colt McCoy listed here. He ain't famous. Wimp. Aaron Rodgers. Staubach. All wore number 12.
I know like two of those.
12, 12, 12. So, anyway, lots of things to talk about. Hey, don't forget, now coming up the second half hour, I'm going to be giving away some of these.
Minus your picture.
Tom, you have a special announcement made Last night you were at the annual Realtors meeting.
Yeah, we had our
Christmas party. And who won Realtor of the Year?
Well, Patsy Gooch got Realtor of the Year.
Way to go, Patsy.
Job.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I wish I had a picture of her into this. Pat, you need to send me a photograph for the Christmas parade with that new hairstyle you got. Okay?
Pretty happy.
Patsy Gooch, congratulations on that. Right, Tom, you said you won it back in 19...
I don't know, it was about in the 30s or
But you said you weren't eligible again. Why is that, Tom?
Well, you got to sell a lot.
You got to sell a lot.
Does a good job.
Hey, speaking of Tom, here's little Tom here, little Mac McAlister beside Miranda. They were down there the other day. And the other girl here is Catherine Flynn. That's Mac in the middle with a hat on.
And he was told not to smile.
Now, he was the Grinch, and he was smiling in the picture, and they told him not to smile.
He looks like a pimp.
Yeah, that's what I was
thinking.
He has
a cane.
Mac Daddy. Yeah,
that's his cane with
Is that his new name, Mac Daddy? This is in the compliments of Holly Hallman this morning, City of Athens, in the News Courier.
And that's Black. Shane Black,
Shane, yeah, Shane, a little of everything, yeah. And their float won again this year, didn't it?
I did.
Friends
the one
of
with
Ripley.
Angel.
Well, they won it like 6-8 years in a row over that way.
And I hear they just kind of rushed this year, so.
Hey, Seth,
Good
later on
job.
this morning we'll talk to you about living to 100. 80% are women, though. So we got to get, and there was a thing I did yesterday on the Hispanics.
Right.
And yeah, 100 years old. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I got to start getting in shape for that. All right. Let me talk about this elf shelf life, maybe just about over. This is an article in USA Today. I don't know much about it.
Me either.
But I know if someone has kids, what, 2 to 6 or 7, like your son David, he's into it.
Yeah, my parents do it. They move the elf around.
Now, excuse my ignorance again if I don't know a whole lot about this, but since a few years ago an elf appeared on the holiday scene, has been working his magic ever since. Talking about the elf on the shelf, the doll book combo that's always the best seller this time of year. The storyline is simple. He arrives at the beginning of December, spends the holidays with you and your family, Seth, spying on the kids and reporting back to Santa every night about who's been naughty and nice. Correct?
Yep.
Says he's moved about with some human help and can be found in different places every morning up on his return, Tom, to the North Pole. Kids, for the most part, love him. They even named their elves.
Yeah.
Correct?
He's got it. I don't know the name.
Says lately, however, I've noticed, this is from this guy, Craig Wilson writing, that this always on the move elf is starting to drive some parents crazy. One recently revised the Alcohol Anonymous Serenity Prayer to give her the strength not to throw the elf into the fireplace when my son is sleeping.
Is it that bad?
And it even says posting on Facebook's show him bound and gagged. That little creep has suffocated the spirit of the season by making my son care about its existence more than he cares about Santa, Jesus, or his entire family.
That's not good.
Says here, the belief is if you're going to invite an elf to live with you for the holidays, you've got to be willing to pay the price. So,
Really?
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, how bad could it be? You moving an elf around. I mean, how is this different?
well, now I've heard
And
where
just
women
don't tell the
almost
kids.
attacked other women over something like this because they didn't want it, because they did it before they could do it with their kids. I'm just saying.
That's just a family feud.
Well, it could be.
Yeah, they got deeper problems than an elf.
Oh, speaking of Today Show this morning, the girl, Zach Terry's wife, is it Julie, I think
it's
is
Julie.
going to be on the Today Show this morning at 8:30, looking like Natalie Morales.
Knows world.
So, all right, Tom, you go out to eat a lot. You and your buddy Bill Matthews and your buddy Greg Crow. I mean, y'all always dining out.
Oh, yeah, we're eating a lot.
Yeah, I mean, y'all do. Y'all do eat out a lot.
Yeah, we do.
Consumers are
don't.
ready for the mobile meal experience. Have you ever? They're wanting now to be able to pay for your meal on your swipe it or credit card or on your phone after you leave the restaurant. This is a big thing here. Eye-popping 54% of restaurant owners say they'll invest more in technology for 2013. It's gone to the top of the restaurant owner action list 2013. 44% of consumers say they would use electronic table-side payments where you pay right there on the table because people are impatient and do not want to have to wait in line to
That would
pay
be
for
you.
what they ate.
Yeah, I'm that
What
guy.
do you eat when you go somewhere? What do you nibble like a goat or a
Cheat
salad
day,
or
I eat
something?
whatever I want.
What?
Cheat day.
Half would use a smartphone app for viewing menus. 44% say they would use self-order terminals. Starbucks, though, they've already got 100 million mobile transactions have been logged on since they started in 2011.
Well, heck, when I'm finished eating, I want to go.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
don't-
want to wait on somebody to come get me. I understand.
Slow down.
Slow down. Okay. Over in Marshall County, sheriff's deputies got a report of 6 donkeys, Tom, in the road on Fry Gap Road.
Let's not talk about donkeys again.
6 donkeys. Now, if anybody, now I want to go back to yesterday a minute. If anybody knows how to get donkey cheese, I've never seen a donkey milk.
I don't want to.
Well, it's supposed to be the most. Y'all know we talked about this yesterday up there.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Ask Harold Wells. Okay.
Poor
Tom, y'all have an
Harold.
office party?
No, sir. We don't.
Well, I don't get invited to
We just
anymore
go
either.
out.
To be
We
honest.
Because
just
we
go out to
have
eat.
them.
But this time of year for office parties, you know, here's the thing out of the Wall Street Journal, which I'm going to start reading to Maddie every day. 23
Thanks, Donovan.
rules of the holiday party, the do's and don'ts. Now, I know you realtors out there, y'all probably having a bunch of big parties and you attorneys and you big businesses. Now, we have our parties here at 6 in the morning. Cuts down on the eggnog. All right, here's what you don't need to do. It says, goes on, but a company holiday party is indeed a sport. Think about it. You worry if you're prepared. You worry about the venue. You panic your outfit. So, you know, you wonder if somebody's boss is keeping score. It says here, you sweat, you drink plenty of fluids, or at least vodka. The next morning, you'll probably be hurting. But here's some do's and don'ts, Seth, for people who might go to a party.
Don't drink too
There are
much.
2 types of company parties. There are company holiday parties in which employees bring their spouses or perhaps adorable little kids, little brats, whatever. Or there's the other parties that start a little later. It's okay to be the first person at the holiday party, Tom. Just don't be the last person to leave the holiday party.
What if you stay all night?
Well, the last time that little
Lucky you.
pastry hors d'oeuvres being passed around on a tray is stuffed with cheese and mushroom. You've been going to the same company holiday party for 7 years. It's always been cheese and mushroom. Quit asking when it's going to change. The company holiday party is not the moment for you for the first time ever to try Jägermeister.
Probably true.
Makes it fun.
To be laughed at.
It says if your company holiday party is taking place in a swanky penthouse with piles of lobster, expensive champagne, don't be seen over there all night eating. The 5 scariest words anyone can say during the company holiday party is, sure, I can totally DJ and dance.
Yeah.
So if you see the company CEO at the holiday party walk right up and give the boss a 90-minute detailed lecture, stay away from him. Counting calories, quit eating all the stuff. And it goes on and on to tell you, you know, yep, it's really called a pig in a blanket, so don't think it's too hard about it. It will completely weird you out. Everybody knows what that is. It says unless you have 2 hours to spare talking about the BCS championship game, avoid anyone at the office who went to Notre Dame or Alabama. Then it goes on, tells you other things to do. Don't drink too much, obviously. And it just, you know.
That's not a
French
party.
fries at 4:15 a.m. are the best friend in the world after you've been to a Christmas party.
So what we have at our Christmas party here?
Sausage.
He's like a
All right.
Scrooge this year, not
Yeah,
wanting
I'm
to have
thinking about not even
parties.
having. This is the movie we bought yesterday. I've been waiting on this movie to come out. This is not a kid movie, okay?
No.
Ted. It's
Barely an
of
adult.
course, naturally, I bought the unrated version. Gloria was laughing so much, it was hard for me not to watch. I've tried to work on my iPad
It's
and get some
really
work
bad,
done yesterday on the Christmas
but
break.
so funny.
This movie is horrible.
This movie's horrible.
It really is. It's horrible.
As far as bad.
If you want to laugh your butt off and hear some vulgarity and some things you shouldn't be doing, get it. Don't let your kids see it. It's horrible. But if you want to rent it from me for $10 a night, call me.
No.
You let Abby watch it.
I gave it to her last
Luckily-
night. She couldn't get her DVD player to work.
Luckily, she couldn't.
All right, take time out right now before I do a little
That's right.
news this morning. I got plenty of stuff. Don't forget, we'll be giving away silver dollars in the second half hour. Got to give a shout out to Frank this morning.
Hey, Frank.
Frank, what
You're
room you
feeling
in?
better.
Is he in a psych ward or what?
No, he's in the hospital.
We
Though,
miss
so
you,
everybody
Frank.
think of
Yeah,
Frank.
Frank. Can you
He's gonna
smoke?
be
Can you
okay.
smoke in the hospital? They don't let him smoke.
I bet you he's ill right
He has to go
now.
outside.
Only if you got the oxygen going.
Yeah, smart move. Let me take time out to do a Dear Abby this morning. It kind
He
of
wouldn't
fits
tell me what it was, so
appropriate.
this ought to be
Oh, okay.
interesting.
My husband's in love with another.
Oh, okay.
I've been married for 14 years. This 14 years.
Did you write this?
I'm married to a man who's got several failed marriages. It's coming from the wife. Be with me, Seth.
Oh, the wife's right.
I never felt insecure in my marriage until I read his answers to a Yahoo answer poll that, do you dream about the one that got away? Have you found the love of your life?
Have I been talking in my sleep again?
My husband responded that he thinks about her very often, especially on her birthday and Valentine's Day. To the other question, he replied he had found the love of his life, but the relationship had ended in divorce, which he admitted was his or her fault. He didn't really say nothing. I know he was talking about one of his wives, ex-wives. I feel so sad and insecure. Now I must deal with the fact that on Valentine's Day, his thoughts are with someone else. How can I get over this? I no longer believe him when he says he loves me because I got proof that he hasn't moved on yet. I can't believe he said that even now he still thinks about her, his ex-wife, one of them.
When you're thinking of them, it's not lovely thoughts. I know.
No. Sure no. I should have went ahead and
sure.
okay. It says your husband posted those thoughts on a public forum. Rather than feel hurt and insecure, you should be furious. How would you feel if that person answering that poll had been you? By now, it would be clear to you that you did not marry a rocket scientist.
No.
How long did it take you to figure that out about me?
Not long.
Huh?
I married a moron.
You have my sympathy because his other marriages have been over for
But I laugh a lot.
several years. However, your pain may lessen if you look at the bright side. He treats you well the other 363 days a year.
Oh, so let him think about somebody a couple days a year. What's it hurt? Big deal.
They don't look good in a pair of boots, so baby. I can tell you that. Them big old fat feet of theirs.
Jamie.
I'm just saying.
Okay. Everybody can't wait to remark.
I ain't going there.
Well, they ain't watching this.
I'm out of this one.
My ex-wives aren't watching this morning anyway, and y'all know how I feel about you. Hope you choke on a freaking maggot. Right now, let me tell you, Merry Christmas to y'all and y'all a good night. I'll be right back with you in just a moment. Y'all hang on. Y'all don't hurt.
Merry Christmas, Cassie. Take it $20.